Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Tav, and today we're gonna be teaching you all the ways with one of the most famous decks I'm known for, which is Sparky. And I'm also known for E-Golem by the SA community, but at the end of the day, I don't blame them for that because I think I'm the most toxic SA player. But anyway, today I got some sad news, some very, very sad news. As if you can see, this is depression right there, but I have accepted my fate that I am an 11 win master and I can't do anything about it. But at the end of the day, it's still really good. 12 would be nice, but 11 is perfectly fine. 10, 11 is perfectly fine. It just shows that you're doing really good with the deck and you can just continue that momentum. So if you can see that we lost our 12 win, it'll be the last replay, but I was really sad. But in this video, I want to explain to you all how to beat Lava Hound. Royal Giant is a really hard matchup. Royal Giant Fireball with Hunter Fisherman. It's like nearly impossible, guys. Like no matter what you do, it's so hard to beat. Like you have to have a really good defense by means of him overcommitting in offense. But really good Royal Giant players don't do that. They literally don't. Then what they do is like they literally just fireball all your troops, place a fisherman, log, hunter, everything's dead. They play heal spirit to distract the Sparky, fisherman onto the Sparky, hunter onto the Sparky, your entire push is dead. Literally. Guys, it's a really hard matchup. But the thing is, when you play hard matchups, guys, do not give up. If you feel helpless in a matchup, what you want to do is like practice it over and over and over again. And slowly or later on in life, you'll develop ways and you'll see different ways of winning the matchup. So, like, for example, if you play the same matchup again, think about what you did last time. Think about the attacking strategy or defensive strategy that you used. Did it work or did it not? If it didn't, try something different this game. Because if you're doing the same thing, you're still going to lose at the end of the day. So, it doesn't really matter. Just go ahead, try new things. Guys, always try new things. Even if it means you playing in the most unorthodox ways, such that you play Sparky at the bridge, or even Musketeer at the bridge, or whatever. Just try new things. You never know what will happen. At the end of the day, it might win you the game, or it might work 1 out of 10 times, but you don't know when's that 1 out of 10 times, when it's gonna work and when it's not. So take the risks, guys. And we got some insane matchups, or some insane replays, I'll say. And most of these replays are really close. And I'm also going to be showing you all how to beat bridge spam, how to beat lava, how to beat golem. Against this William guy, this was really funny to be honest, because before this GC I played him in the Grand Challenge again, but that time I used Sparky Earthquake. And it was really hard because I couldn't kill off his team musketeers because I had Earthquake. So I couldn't do much. And he BM'd at the end, but it was so close, guys. I literally lost by 200 HP and he BMs. I'm like, okay, whatever. But we versed him again in this GC. I'm like, alright, karma is a B, but we 3-crowned him in 1 minute. And then I BM'd. Guys, it was so hilarious. But I'm not going to show you because it's highly unlikely you're going to verse a deck like this in your life. Right? I'll show you all how to beat Mega Knight Wall Breakers, and I do not know how I beat this RG deck. I think he overcommitted in offense. I got an insane defense by means of Sparky getting the most value, and counter pushed won. That's what I did there. Generally, Mega Knight Inferno Dragon is a really hard matchup. But this guy was so bad. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna show you all the replay. Because he just plays Mega Knight at the bridge first play. I literally just go Sparky at the back, let the Mega Knight hit my tower. That's fine. Counter push, 3 crowning. Just like that. The only reason he took my second tower is because he went opposite lane, minus skeleton battle. So I just completely ignored that. That's just 6 elixir for me. That means I got a free Sparky on the ground. And with Sparky, you can 3 crown him. Whereas those skeletons and miners not even gonna take half of my king tower. Then this game really triggered me. Royal Recruits is just really hard, guys. It's like so hard. But what triggered me about this matchup, like I knew I was gonna lose, but don't you hate it when your mini P.E.K.K.A gets stuck behind your Sparky? Like I could have probably won this game if my mini P.E.K.K.A decided to be nice to me, but no, it wanted to be retarded. So it like stayed behind my Sparky, and I lost the game from there. I literally couldn't do anything. Mega Knight picks, guys. That's a really easy matchup for you. What you want to do is always play your Sparky into the pigs, or if not, if you want to sack the tower, it's fine. Y'all can go for 3 crowns. But when you're playing Sparky, your number one tip is that you always want to wait until double elixir. But by means of that, you always want to wait until double elixir when you have the hand of Sparky, Goblin Giant, Mini P.E.K.K.A. If you have Heal Spirit, cycle it, cycle your Zap, cycle your Rage. When you have Musketeer or Skeleton Dragon, it's fine, wait. With that perfect hand, you always want to wait until double elixir, because if he plays Golem, you can literally go opposite lane, push hard, you win the game. But against Mega Knight, as I was saying, in double elixir, you go with Sparky, Goblin Giant, Mini P.E.K.K.A, Heal Spirit, Rage. That entirely takes out his Mega Knight and his E-Wizard, and whatever troops there is on the field. It's insane, guys. Everything gets melted because that Heal Spirit jumps onto the Mega Knight and then it just heals your Mini P.E.K.K.A and Sparky again, as if it was brand new. So those are really nice matchups. You should win those. It gets tricky now and then, guys, but with practice, you'll see it's very easy to win. So let's go into the first game. I'll show you all what I mean by this guy overcommitted in his offense. So right now, I cycled my Heal Spirit because, yeah, and he played Skeletons to react. So when he plays Skeletons, or when anyone plays Skeletons, go with Mini P.E.K.K.A at the bridge. Literally, go with it at the bridge, because then they are forced to play like another troop. Like this here, he was forced to play his Hunter. And this is what I meant, where he overcommitted. He played his Royal Giant with his Hunter. You don't want to do that, guys, in 1x. Literally. So, like, look, he can't even do nothing. I mean, he can't even do anything. And he didn't Fireball, so I knew he had E-Wizard, because this deck is actually really popular and it's going around. So I delayed my Skeleton Dragons in case he Fireballed, but I played my Skeleton Dragons, it ate the E-Wizard, as if you saw, took his tower. Over here in this defensive sequence, the only reason why I didn't go with the Mini P.E.K.K.A early onto that Royal Giant was because I knew he was going to play Fisherman. Now, I didn't want his Fisherman to pull my Mini P.E.K.K.A and then the tower is going to end up hitting my Mini P.E.K.K.A and that Royal Giant is going to take my tower for no reason. So I waited for the Fisherman to walk forward, let me play my Mini P.E.K.K.A onto the Fisherman, then it hits the RG and it doesn't even take my tower. Now, that's a 9 elixir investment and I only played 4. So the insane amount of positive elixir right there, and then you can literally just counter push. Like literally. And then you just take the next tower. As if you saw, we went to Sparky opposite lane. We nearly took his king tower. And guys, when you see like 500 HP and below on the tower, do not panic. Do not panic at all. Just go in with clean defenses and then try your best to get Musketeer snipes. But you want to get your Musketeer snipes when you know it's safe, when he's like low on elixir, or when he's not expecting it, or when the game at that particular moment is cooled down. But at that moment, I went to Goblin Giant Rage is because he went with Royal Giant and he played an E-Wizard straight after. That meant he didn't even have enough elixir for him to play his Fisherman. So that was really nice. So against Mega Knight Wall Breakers, it's a nice matchup. What you want to do is you want to play your Sparky into the Miner, then you want to go Goblin Giant, Mini P.E.K.K.A, Heal Spirit, Rage. You take the tower, you do that again, you take the next tower, do that again, go for the 3. Easy games, guys. Against William, guys, when they play a pump, right? When they drop their pump, what you want to do is go Sparky opposite lane and go in hard. If you do not have Sparky, fine. Goblin Giant, Mini P.E.K.K.A at the bridge. It doesn't matter, but you have to go in hard. You have to make sure you get that tower. Because once he plays another pump, it's going to be so hard to defend. And it's going to be so hard to attack. But when you have the one tower, you can literally play your Sparky on the opposite lane, which means he has to defend. He cannot concentrate his pushes in one lane. So it basically defeats the pump's value. And you can win off game from there. Against Golem, I'm going to show you the replay, but I'm a bit laggy when it decides to load. But I'm going to pause it and I want to explain first, right? Against Golem, you always want to wait until he plays Golem. But by means of that, you always want to have that perfect starting hand on which I explained earlier. And here you see I cycle through my cards, cycle through my Rage, Zap, Heal Spirit, and his name is King of Golem, and he waited. So I knew he was playing Golem. When they play Golem at the back, you want to go in with Goblin Giant, Mini P.E.K.K.A, Heal Spirit, opposite lane. Take his tower, then you want to go with Sparky on defense. If you don't have the hand and they go Golem at the... if they go Golem first play and you do not have the amazing hand, if you have Goblin Giant, Skeleton Dragons, or Goblin Giant, Mini P.E.K.K.A, go with it opposite lane. If you have none of those attacking cards and you have a Sparky, play your Sparky defensively. If he lightnings, as soon as he lightnings, play your Heal Spirit onto the Golem. It will heal up your Sparky and bam. You defend the Golem push, you have a counter push, you take his tower. It's just those simple plays that will make you win the game. And if he takes your tower, guys, like in any matchup, always have a strong mentality. Don't ever give up because they took your tower in the first minute. Don't. Go in with the same strategy and improvise. You never know what's going to happen at the end of the day. You might win, you might lose. But if you lose, it doesn't matter. You lost in the first minute. But what matters is that you tried. It's always nice to be positive no matter the situation. So I'm just going to play. I'm just going to continue over here. If you see, I cycled. And I had Skeleton Dragons instead of Mini P.E.K.K.A, if I'm not mistaken. But I just want to see because I kind of forgot. Yeah, I think I did have Skeleton Dragons. And you'll see me, like before double, I did play Skeleton Dragons at the back because you always want to have your Mini P.E.K.K.A so that you can punish opposite lane. And the reason I played Skeleton Dragons was because it forced out an air card from him. So it actually worked out for me, and it works out for any Sparky matchup. Because you don't have a lot of cards to hit air, and their baby dragon melts your Skeleton Dragons, and everything can basically kill Mask. So playing like that, it's fine. And see guys, I played unorthodox because I didn't want him to Golem. And I knew I was up in Elixir, so I played Sparky at the back, and I knew he was going to play his dragons, so I played Skeleton Dragons, Rage. Unfortunately, my Heal Spirit didn't go down because that was a nice Nado and Baby Dragon, but that's fine. None of us got any value from that. That's alright. Over here, I tank in the Mega Minion hit, and over here, I decided not to go in. Oh wait, I did actually. I waited to get 10 Elixir. I went in, played my Heal Spirit. Look at this, guys. That Heal Spirit was so close to healing up my Skeleton Dragons, but that was so unfortunate. But that's alright. That Lumberjack gets no value. Yeah, his Electro Dragon tried to get value, but it didn't get any value. And this was a really good defense. So he defends everything, and he plays a Mega Minion. See, at this moment, guys, Can you say I play my goblin giant on the left? The only reason was because I had a gut feeling he was on 10 elixir and he was going to drop a golem at the back. But you don't ever want to do that, right? Let's just say if he didn't drop his golem, he was going to win because he was going to defend very easily and he was going to take my tower. But because he doesn't have the normal golem decks with lightning, he has a super defensive deck. It's very hard for me to break through, basically, especially with E-Dragon Nado. So you have to take the chances. You never know when it's going to work out. And when it works out, you win. So yeah, like, I knew he dropped a Mega Minion. And I had that feeling he was going to drop Golem because his Mega Minion was down there. It was going to get a hit on my Musketeer, and maybe he thought I wasn't going to counter push. But that was really unlucky for him. So let's continue. You can see he drops Golem. I went in hard. Rage, Heal Spirit. I knew he had to play a Dragon because of my Skelly Dragons. I say good game because, guys, look at this value. Look at his King Tower. I was really fortunate. I mean, not King Tower. Look at his Princess Tower. I was really fortunate that the Goblin Giant got one more hit. So what I did was play a Sparky down because I didn't expect the Goblin Giant to hit. But if not, you always want to play your cheap cards, cycle, get into your zaps. Even if he's like, let's just say his tower is on 80 or so, where it's at 2 zap range, what you want to do is you want to defend first, get in a zap, and then after that you want to cycle really quickly back to another zap. So make sure your defense is crisp clean, okay guys? So I wanted to show you guys how to beat spam. Spam is a really hard matchup, I'm not gonna lie, especially when you have skeleton dragons, because fireball gets insane amount of value. But if you use your Sparky in the correct way, you can easily win. This is so unfortunate, but I played a mini P.E.K.K.A because like I wanted to see how it react. But I saw Bar Battle Heal Spirit, Bandit. I knew he was playing Bridge Spam or 3 Musketeers. But when I saw Inferno Dragon, I knew it was Bridge Spam. So what I wanted to do was kill that Inferno Dragon really quick, but that Skelly Dragons was really bad for me. I'm not even gonna lie. That just gave fireball value. Don't ever do that, guys. I played a Heal Spirit here. I thought that, okay, maybe it would kill off the Magic Archer, but it didn't. So, which was unfortunate. And here I could have zapped his Inferno Dragon, but I decided to play in a mini P.E.K.K.A, so it takes minimal damage. Plus, I have a counter push, means he has to react again. And I knew he either had to play Ram Rider or Battle Ram, I didn't know what he had, or he had to play Bandit. So it was still positive for me because mini P.E.K.K.A was going to kill it. Over here, he tried to play his Barbarian Barrel Heal Spirit, but his Heal Spirit was a bit too late, so that was unfortunate for him. So I start off with the Sparky at the back, and against Bridge Spam, you want to get in the most value. You want to try and kill off his Inferno Dragon as quickly as possible. But here I knew it was no use trying to win the game because my tower was on 1400. It was really hard to take his tower, but so I thought of going Goblin Giant, Skeleton Dragons, opposite lane, thinking I'd take his tower, but if you see, that failed. Guys, that failed so hard. But that's the thing, guys, mentality. You always want to have a good mentality. Right here, you want to stay positive. There's 40 seconds of the game. You do not want to put yourself under pressure, because when you put yourself under pressure, you play so stupidly that it becomes a joke at the end of the day, like literally. So right here, I knew that I needed a really good Sparky push, and he doesn't have Zap or any resets. I think he has E-Wizard, I'm not sure, but E-Wizard does nothing when I have a mini P.E.K.K.A next to my Sparky. So I literally needed a really good big push. And I played my Skeleton Dragons down now quickly as I could, as if you saw, to try and kill off that quickly. Played in my Rage so that the Goblin Giant could kill off that remaining Inferno Dragon. He played that Lumberjack onto the tower. I knew Sparky was going to splash into the tower, take the tower, and we're back into the game, guys. Look at that. We had 40 seconds to take his tower, and that's what we did. And now this is what I meant. When you tower trade against Bridge Spam, you literally play Sparky onto the lane where your tower is still alive. They can't play in their Battle Ram or anything. Then you can go in opposite lane hard, because I knew he wanted to protect his Magic Archer. So that's why I went in with Goblin Giant, mini P.E.K.K.A, Heal Spirit, I zapped the bandit so that my mini P.E.K.K.A doesn't have to hit his bandit twice, which means he goes faster towards the tower. Double it, 2 hits on the lumberjack, and the lumberjack targeted my goblin giant, so that was really amazing. My mini P.E.K.K.A was still clean. It was going to take the tower even if my goblin giant died earlier, and I did play a musk in the pocket for extra damage. Now I wanted to show you the game how to beat Mega Knight Ram Rider. As I said earlier, against Mega Knight, you want to go Sparky, Goblin Giant, Mini P.E.K.K.A, Heal Spirit, Rage. It wrecks anything. But at this moment, I said, guys, don't play Sparky until 2 times. I absolutely have no idea why I played Sparky now. That was really bad for me, but it actually worked out. Like, it's strange at times when you do stupid things and it works. Like, it's really strange. But as if you can see, he went in Bandit Ram Rider. I knew I was going to lose my tower and there was no way of me defending because I didn't have a mini P.E.K.K.A. So I was like, okay, fine, I'm going in opposite lane, I'm going to take your tower. And I knew the deck he was playing, it had E-Wizard, so I went in with Skelly Dragons, Heal Spirit, so his E-Wizard did nothing. So in the situation again, he cannot Ram Rider because we can Sparky on the healthy side, or even if we don't want to Sparky on the healthy side, we do have mini P.E.K.K.A. We can mini P.E.K.K.A his Ram Rider, it does nothing. We can mini P.E.K.K.A Battle Ram, it does nothing. So yeah, the reason I played my mouse like that is because I wanted to chip away his Ram Riders. As if you can see, it only got 1 charge. Right here, I got really fortunate that the Mega Knight targeted my Goblin Giant because that was a really bad Goblin Giant from me. But as soon as I saw that, I went with the Heal Spirit that the Mega Knight couldn't hit and healed up my Sparky, killed off his Mega Knight. And as if you can see, guys, it completely wrecks. Now, in 1 times, I would never leave a bandit to hit my tower. I would always want to try and defend it. But in 2 times, I would leave the bandit to touch my tower, place Sparky behind, getting those positive trades, right? So if you can see, guys, Rage, Mini P.E.K.K.A. Okay, the reason I didn't go in Mini P.E.K.K.A there was because I didn't have it in cycle. But then Mini P.E.K.K.A came, wrecked that E-Wizard. I zapped that Inferno Dragon so I can get in a rage as quickly as I could so that I could kill off that Inferno Dragon. But it didn't. But it took away, quartered the health, which is perfectly fine. His tower was on 300 HP, guys. As I said, do not ever panic. Don't. If you see the tower on 500 HP or less, you always want to try and get in Musketeer snipes. But you want to play your Musketeer when the game is calm, or when he overcommits onto a lane where he doesn't have enough elixir to defend. But also you want to play your Musketeer in the safe spot when all his troops crosses the bridge, because if he doesn't cross the bridge, your Musketeer is targeting the troops. You just spend 4 elixir for nothing, you lose the game. I'm not even joking. So if you see here, we defend, we wait for the right moment, be patient. That's how you win games. That's how you win grand challenges. Well, for me, that's how you get 11 wins. So we defend, and I think he plays his Ram Rider. Yeah, so I go in Sparky to clean up. At the end, it actually becomes insanely close because and that E-Wizard was so bad from him, I'm not even gonna lie. Look at this bandit, guys. He plays a Ram Rider. Now, I am actually gonna explain why I did this. I didn't have a mini P.E.K.K.A. I didn't have a Zap. So I was forced to Sparky, but if I Sparkied without that rage, that Ram Rider and Bandit would have killed my Sparky without doing a shot, and that would have taken my tower and I would have lost the game. So if you see now, I Sparky Rage. Guys, look at the HP on my Sparky. Imagine now I didn't rage. Always rage. It's 2 elixir. It's not going to do much. You're just going to cycle. And if you saw, guys, we played a mask when he was low, when the game cooled down. He didn't expect it. We took the tower. Now, I'm going to show you a replay on how to beat Lava Hound. So, guys, against Lava Hound, as I said, it's really important to wait. It's really, really important. So I saw Flying Machine, and there's this Lava Hound deck that's going crazy right now, so I knew it's going to be Lava Miner. So he plays a Lava to protect his Flying Machine. So I play Goblin Giant to to protect my mask. I play skeleton dragons to get rid of that flying machine ASAP. And I have a really good counter push that I think he's forced to play his miner. I'm not sure. Let's see what he does. I think he plays his miner or his night witch. Yes, he plays his night witch. So here, guys, I made a mistake because I didn't expect him to miner. So when I played my zap, he played his miner. So I was forced to play in a mini P.E.K.K.A as quickly as I could to get rid of his miner, and a heal spirit to get rid of his bats. Even if it's not all of the bats, but if you get half of it, it's fine. So yeah, I got insanely lucky. I got a mini P.E.K.K.A hit. So I was like, okay, fine. He's down an elixir. Let's tank this flying machine. We go in opposite lane, because if we go in opposite lane, he's not going to have enough to play lava. And if he plays lava, then my Sparky is going to be at the bridge, which means he's not going to have enough for his barbarians. So he splits barbs. I don't know why he did that. And he went in with skeleton dragons. Unfortunately, I was just a millisecond too late onto my goblin giant. But I played my zap so that those skeleton dragons retarget. I think Sparky does get a hit. No, he doesn't. He zaps. So yeah, I knew he doesn't have barbs in hand. He only has a miner. So I literally support my mini P.E.K.K.A with Heal Spirit Rage, and I get off another hit onto the tower. And that's what you want to do, guys. Put him under pressure. He only has 2 ground units, which is barbs and miner. When his barbs are out of hand, play in your mini P.E.K.K.A. Heal Spirit forces out a miner, and it works out really well. So yeah, he plays Flying Machine opposite lane, win 2 times. I'm like, okay, Sparky, go in hard. So I play in a Goblin Giant, really hoping that Flying Machine would target that, but unfortunately got pushed. So I was like, okay, fine, let's kill off that Flying Machine really quick with the Skeleton Dragons. I tried to zap hoping Sparky gets a hit, but it doesn't, so that failed. So I was in a tight spot. He played his miner. That was going to take the tower, and guys, 20 seconds into the game, I don't have his tower, he has my tower. 20 seconds, no need to panic. Literally, no need to panic. Think about it. He just played his miner. He just played his barbs. He has no ground units. And if we continue, you'll see. I think he plays a flying machine. Yes. He played his flying machine. He was very low on elixir. Still no ground units. Goblin Giant, Rage, Heal Spirit, go in with Zap to kill off the skeleton dragons as quickly as I could so that the spear goblins could hit the tower, and bam. Now this ending was really, really close. Guys, it was really close. So I play my skeleton dragons, he fireballed, so I play a mask at the bottom. I knew that he was going to play his minus on my mask as soon as he has it. So I play a Heal Spirit to protect my mask. I didn't play a Goblin Giant so that those pops doesn't do any damage, and the Night Witch does nothing because the spear goblins are so good in defense. So at this moment, guys, I knew he's gonna play barbs and his up was out of hand. So I went with Sparky Rage in the pocket, and you gotta get your zap as early as possible. I was just a millisecond late on my zap, and those barbs just killed my Sparky. I'll show you guys. Just look. The Sparky was about to hit. If that zap came in a millisecond early, that Sparky would have taken the tower. I would have won. But that's fine. No need to panic. So that mouse did a great job in defense. And we play a Goblin Giant in defense because it's not only a tank, but those spear goblins just destroys his air units because Flying Machine has no HP, Skeleton Dragons has no HP. Flying Machine retargets to my mini P.E.K.K.A, which means infinite value for my spear goblins, especially against his bats. So yeah, I play in my Skeleton Dragons. He plays his barbs very weirdly. And I was like, okay, fine, you just wasted your barbs. I'm playing Sparky at the back. Let's see what you do. So if you see, he played his Skeleton Dragons. I play my Goblin Giant. Zap so that the Skeleton Dragons retarget. Go in with mini P.E.K.K.A Rage. And if you see, guys, I basically do nothing. I think in this game I win overtime. I'm not entirely sure. But right here, I think I played a Musketeer to try and kill off his Flying Machine. But unfortunately, he played a Lava Hound just in time. I don't know what to do, but I knew he didn't have barbs in hand. So I literally went to Goblin Giant, mini P.E.K.K.A in the pocket, and I want you to rage it really quickly so that that mini P.E.K.K.A reaches the tower before he places his barbs, takes the tower, you win. So that's really nice. Now I'm just gonna play the game where I lost, and I'll show you guys that lucky defense from him. So I didn't know what he was playing at this moment because I saw mine and I saw Ice was it, and I was trying to think what is he playing. I wasn't entirely sure. But I did go in with Sparky because yeah, and he went with Valk Blue. That means 9 elixir. So I was like, okay, fine. I am gonna take I'll tower trade, but guys, this is the ironic part. I didn't tower trade. He defended my entire push with basically 8 elixir. He takes 1 hit, fine. But look at the zap. I didn't expect him to have zap. Then Miner cleans off my Sparky. He took my tower. I didn't take his tower. He has Ice Wizard Nado. He has Bomb Tower. He has Loon. So which means that if I do go opposite lane, he can go Loon opposite lane. He gets a hit. And towards the latter part of the game, he's just going to get the advantage, which you'll see now. I decided to tank those Valk hits so that I can play Sparky and have a positive trade. He played his Loon naked, which was really clever. So I played my my Goblin Giant to kill it off quickly, to get a counter push. I do take off his tower over here, but unfortunately I did not take King Tower, mainly because Valk's really annoying, and at this moment I knew I couldn't do anything because he's just gonna Loon, take my second tower, and it's really hard for me to win this matchup because he has Ice Wizard, Bomb Tower. I didn't have enough time to build up a Sparky push to get 3 crowns. It was GG's, guys. This is where my heart cracked, not even gonna lie. But nevertheless, it was a really nice grand challenge, and yeah, guys. And also against E-Golem, last tip, you don't want to play your Sparky aggressive. You want to play your Sparky when he plays E-Golem, and then you want to play your Goblin Giant up so that it pushes his support troops right back towards his tower. You get the 4 elixir as quickly as you can. Then you play your mask onto his dragons, rage it. You're gonna be back to another Goblin Giant. Each time you counter push, you take off his tower, and soon enough you're gonna get 3 crowns. Easy wins, guys. Anyway, that's it for this video. It's a really long video, but I thought it'd be really useful. Enjoy your days, guys. Happy clashing.